What's going on, Shady people? Shady Penguin, welcome you back to another week of the GBA. We are your New York Mankeys, and we are prepping for our battle against John Pokemon, the coach of the New Orleans Pelipers. One of the two, but of course his info is in the description. Go show him some shady love. He's an awesome guy. Really does a lot for the GBA, and he's a fantastic, overall awesome dude. But today, we have a team that we built for him. We've actually already versed John once. We have lost to John once, and I don't want to lose to him again, but sometimes you can't control that stuff. We're going to do our best to control that stuff, though. So if you guys are excited for your New York Mankeys to possibly ride the tail of the win that everyone hated last week, please show some shady love to that thumbs up down below. Maybe we won't win in the same fashion, so hopefully we can just win. But here we go, really quick. Before we go over the team that I have, let's go over the Pokemon, in case you guys forgot, that John currently has on his roster. He has Florges, Raikou, Hydreigon, Donphan, Chandelure, Sawk, Reuniclus, Lantern, Virizion, Piloswine, Mega Scizor. Those are the 11. Now, some of you guys may remember, and I'll go over it a little bit more in depth when we get to our second Pokemon, but we versed John and we lost pretty bad, and I caught a lot of slack for, bringing certain moves on certain Pokemon and not bringing certain Pokemon. So I went ahead and took all the advice of the shady people that I could muster up, and I applied it to this team here. So I'm sure we're gonna have hopefully a better battle, because I never claim to be good. I don't make perfect moves. I don't make perfect teams. I'm a flawed battler, and I'm learning a lot just by uploading these videos and reading your comments. So especially when they're done in a positive way, I actually, take a lot of, I go, wow, man, I'm really gonna listen to you, because not only are you insightful, but you're polite, because I'm a human being and you're a human being. We're both human beings. We're not just screens, and this is great. So I took a lot of that advice that I saw, and then anything that was kind of hateful, I just threw out the window. But we have this team now, and we brought Missy. Last time we had actually brought the gosh darn. You know what? This is bothering me. Let me fix this really quick for you guys, because this is bothering me. This is going to be some off the cuff, real life. I'm doing the wrong thing, aren't I? I'm pretty sure I am. Okay. No, I'm not doing the wrong thing. Hey, don't you yell at me, man. Don't you yell at me. This is some off the cuff editing right here. You guys get to see this live and professional. That's right. Live and professional. See, what I'm doing is I'm just cropping the window region that I've selected so that it can look pretty like that, and nothing crazy. Okay. So there we go. Last time I got some hate for bringing the Alakazam. Some of you guys said you should bring the Miss Magius. Some of you guys said you should bring Life Orb Zam for the extra damage output, because that Reuniclus that my opponent has is a huge problem. And honestly, looking at my opponent's team, as I said the Mons before, Ghost Stab is much better than Psychic Stab against this team, because he doesn't have any immunities, he has no normal types, and he has very few resistances. Very few. So in fact, there's only one Hydreigon. Whereas in Psychic, he has multiple resistances and an immunity in Hydreigon. So I decided to go Miss Magius over Alakazam. We have Shadow Ball, Mystical Fire, Dazzling Gleam, and Energy Ball. Pretty self-explanatory on the moves. Shadow Ball for Stab, Mystical Fire for the Scizor, Dazzling Gleam for Hydreigon and for a few other mons, and then Energy Ball for the Donphan for the Lantern possibility. There's a lot of mons. This Pokemon has really good coverage. Energy Ball for the Piloswine. We have Dazzling Gleam for the Virizion. We have Dazzling Gleam for the Sawk. We have Shadow Ball for the Chandelure. And we have coverage for out the wazoo. The only we don't have coverage for super effective damage is the Florges and the Raikou, which is a drag. But it's okay, because I got some natural special bulk on my side with that 105 special defense. Of course, pitiful HP. But we put 48 in HP, 252 special attack, and 204 in speed. Made it timid. It has enough speed to outspeed, what was it? It was a non-scarfed Hydreigon. It has enough speed to outspeed a non-scarfed Hydreigon. So that's kind of the, the gist of why we put that much speed in. Now our next Pokemon, let's talk about Sharpedo. Can we talk about Sharpedo right now? Let's do it, even if you don't want to. This is Bruce, and these are Bruce's moves. Protect, Waterfall, Crunch, and Ice Fang. So in the last time I versed John, I brought EQ over Ice Fang, and I caught so much hate because we would have won. I believe we would have won that match if I had Ice Fang. So I decided I'm going to swap EQ for Ice Fang. There's no world in which I cannot run Protect. I have to run Protect. And Crunch and Waterfall are too good. Crunch is for that Reuniclus, and for this, mainly it's for the Reuniclus, and we need to be able to, you may say that I've over prepped for the Reuniclus, but I don't think you can over prep for a monster like that. I really don't think you can. Waterfall though hits everything except for the, gosh darn Lantern. I could swap Waterfall for Crunch, Waterfall for Earthquake, but realistically, I think the Waterfall is very nice, especially against that Donphan. So we're gonna keep the Dual Stab and the Ice Fang and see how it works out this week. We have it's not 64 in attack. Everyone needs to calm down. It's 252 in attack, 244 in speed, because that's enough speed that after a speed boost, I will outspeed everything on his team barring a Choice Scarfer. Yes, I will outspeed everything on his team barring a Choice Scarfer. It brings me to, what does 146 bring me to? There was something specific I was trying to outspeed. 146 times 1.5 brings me to 219. Did I end up going with that spread? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Something goes to 213 that I don't like. I can't tell you exactly what it is because I prepped this a little while ago. And what would it have been? Would it have been Scarf Chandelure? Scarf Chandelure seems like, yep, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's Scarf Chandelure. I'm pretty positive. I'm gonna check just so I don't catch too much flack in the comment section, but Scarf Chandelure sits at 145 times 1.5 goes to 217, and we're at 146. So that's exactly what we did. Scarf Chandelure goes to 145. We wanted to make sure that after a speed boost, we will outspeed Scarf Chandelure in case he brings that. So that's our Bruce. I think it'll put him work. I think it's gonna be great. Our next Pokemon is Chopsticks the Rhyperior. Now don't ask me why Chopsticks. Someone left that suggestion as a nickname, and I really love it. Look at the 2 chopsticks on his head. I think it's a great nickname. It's super unique and just doesn't fit him at all because he's not skinny Chopsticks. But we got Chopsticks the Rhyperior here, who's gonna be one of my favorite Pokemon. We have, let's go like that. We have the leftovers with the Solid Rock ability, which reduces super effective damage. I brought Stealth Rocks because I really think Stealth Rocks is going to be super clutch against this team. I believe he only has Donphan to get rid of hazards and to set up hazards. I believe that's his only way. Well, Mega Scizor can also have Defog if he's defensive, so that's also a possibility. But I think that getting Stealth Rocks up are really, really nice, and I didn't have room on Jirachi because, you know, he's got special. He's only supposed to do certain things. But we have Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Fire Punch. Fire Punch is there for the Mega Scizor. Earthquake hits so many things on his team. Stone Edge hits the Hydreigon that I can't hit with the Earthquake. So we're running 244 HP, 68 defense, and 196 best defense, just so I can take a couple hits from that Raikou. I want to take an HP Ice, and I can definitely take an HP Ice. I can take 2 actually with this spread, so it's really, really nice, depending on if he's Choice Specs or anything like that. But I'm not expecting Choice Specs Hydreigon. I'm not expecting Choice Specs Raikou. I love Chopsticks. I'm excited to use them. We're going to have fun this week. Our next Pokemon is Takahata. And last week, I got so many comments. Shady, your sets are too standard. Do something different. Do something to catch them off guard. So you know what I said? You know I'm going to catch them off guard. We're going physical Venusaur with Sword Stance, Synthesis, knockoff, and Earthquake. So it stinks that I don't have any Stab, which I'm going to catch a lot of hate for anyway. So it is what it is. But I can't run Stab. So here are the reasons why I can't run Stab. Scizor, Hydreigon. Do you need more reasons? I guess I can give you more reasons. Chandelure. Yeah, I think 3 reasons is a good amount. To tell you why I can't run Stab. 3 Pokemon out of 11. So those are the 3 reasons why I can't run Stab. Instead, we're running knockoff Earthquake. So I did a lot of calcing for this. Now, just so you guys know, I only give myself 60 minutes of prep from now on. 60, not 16, 60. Because otherwise it takes up way too much time, too much mental time, too much emotional time, and then I end up losing anyway. And then even if I win, it's like, wow, I planned for 9 hours to win 1 game. Worth? I don't think so. But we have this Pokemon, and I think it's going to put my opponent in a predicament. So these are the Pokemon that he's brought most often in the league. He's brought Mega Scizor 6 times, he's brought Reuniclus 6 times, and he's brought Donphan 6 times. I'm pretty convinced he's going to bring all 3 of those. Pretty darn convinced he's going to bring all 3 of those this week. Who else? I think he's brought Raikou 5 times. He has to bring Raikou against me. That's 4. I think he's going to bring Hydreigon 100%. So that's 5. The last Pokemon, it's really up for grabs. I don't know. Florges seems pretty good. Chandelure seems pretty good. And Lantern seems pretty good. I don't think he'll bring Piloswine. I don't think he'll bring Verzion since I have a Mega Venusaur. I don't see it happening. So those are the 3 that I think his last slot's going to be, but I'm not entirely sure. We have the Swords Dance to the System knockoff Earthquake. So Scizor cannot touch me unless he has Aerial Ace. And if he has Aerial Ace, it's still not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. It's a big deal, but it's not that big of a deal. Depends on his spread. But we can literally sit there and Synthesis up and Swords Dance and all that fun stuff to be at +6. I really want to knock off that Reuniclus at like +4 and watch it drop. That's my goal. I just want Takahata to knock out Reuniclus. That's what I want to see. That's the whole goal. The whole entire goal is let me see Takahata knock out Reuniclus. So I really hope that happens. It's going to be interesting. This thing walls a lot of his Pokemon. Raikou only does like 35% with extra sensory, maybe 40 with this spread. By the way, check out the spread. Max HP, 124 defense, 112 special defense with a careful nature. Now, what I can do is I can do what everyone told me. Now, hold on. How does this work? I go to 169. So I want to have 169 special defense. So if we do this, okay, We're basically not investing at all. We're not investing at all if we do that. So it's 158. Now, if I go back to what I had, if I go like this, bring this back down, bring this back up, 159. So this is actually the better way to do it. So I'm going to keep it this way. Everyone said that the other way is better to do, but I'm gonna rock out like this. They said if you give the positive boost to your this, then it would work out, and I guess it didn't. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Whatever. Regardless, this set is great. I think it's gonna be fantastic. I want to catch that Reuniclus off guard. I can even set up on it. I can take if he's, it depends on if he's Magic Orb again, and if he's Life Orb, that's why I want to knock him off, because we're gonna get rid of that damage. If he's anything else, he's not gonna be doing enough damage to like really threaten us. So I'm excited to use this Pokemon. I really am. Our next Pokemon is the most hated member of the New York Mankeys, or most loved, depending on what side of the fence you're from. We have Jirachi, the Choice Scarf Serene, Gracing, beautiful piece of star. We have Healing Wish, U-Turn, Iron Head, and Play Rough. So interesting moveset. We really want to just get a lot of initiative with this U-Turn. It'll do decent amount with max attack. Jolly nature, of course, max speed and 4 in defense. We have Iron Head for flinch chances, 60% chance to flinch. I'm down for that, totally down for that. And then Healing Wish is here because I think we're gonna have to restore some of our Pokemon. And keep them healthy. My main targets are Takahata and Bruce, mainly Bruce, but I can see Takahata depending on what he brings being a target, but even Misty's a good target. Even Sakura, everyone, Healing Wish targets are great. But I just want to get a little bit of utility out of this Jirachi first before we Healing Wish, but Choice Scarf Healing Wish, you gotta love it, you just gotta. And of course we have Play Rough. If we can ever be getting against the Hydreigon again, we're just clicking Play Rough. We're just clicking Play Rough, we're not thinking about it. It's gonna be, I wanna drop that thing so hard. Our final member of the New York Mankeys this week is going to be Milotic Sakura, holding the leftovers with the Marvel Scale, Toxic, Recover, Scald, and Ice Beam. So I was contemplating running Mirror Coat, but that Hydreigon just tells me no. I want to run Toxic because the only heal beller he has is the Lantern, which he didn't bring against me last time, and if he does bring it this time, it's going to be a problem because we don't have the Grass Stab on Takahata. We do have EQ, and I can't take a Scald, so that's bad. And then we don't have EQ on this. But I do have Energy Ball on my Misty, and that is going to be the ticket for sure. And then we can dwindle down a Lantern. It's really not that bulky, honestly. It's not. This has EQ, and I outspeed it, so I really don't need the Grass Stab. But we can Toxic some things. The only immunity he has for Toxic is the Scizor, so I wanted to bring that. Recovers there. I didn't want to bring Protect. We have Scald and Ice Beam. You guys can see standard spread. We're going fully defensive this time around. I'm not sure if that's going to bite us in the butt, but the main reason why I'm going fully defensive, there were a few mons that I really wanted to be able to withstand, which would be the Mega Scizor, the Reuniclus with Psyshock, because that's what I'm kind of expecting. And then Donphan, I wanted to be able to take an EQ really, really well from Donphan. that was my main purpose for going max defense this week. Hopefully you guys understand why I'm doing it, and I hope I explained it well enough. And then I wall Mega Scizor nonstop because of max defense. I could just Scald, burn it, and recover and be on my way. I love this Pokemon. I love this team. I think this team is going to do great. I think that tomorrow we are in for one of the best matches of all time because I'm going to ride the wind of the, of the W, no matter how it was won last week, and a lot of you guys don't want to talk about that, but I'm gonna ride that win and really try to play my heart out. I built this team, I'm confident in it, and I want to. We actually, if we win out, we have a chance for the playoffs. But I'm not counting on that. I just want to play my best, and I want to have fun. I really want to have fun. That's another reason why I've been limiting myself to building. It's because when I invested so much time into building, like 3 or 4 hours, and then I lost, or even if I won, I wasn't having fun. I just became so invested in this game with fake monsters that it was eating me up when I would lose. And now I'm kind of just like, I mean, I want to win, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't want to win more than I want to have fun. And that's one of the biggest reasons why against John in our first game, I didn't click Iron Head at the end, because I didn't think it would be fun. But now I understand the Pokemon. There's a reason hacks are built into the game. If you want to play a competitive game, play Duelist. Come out to a stream and play Duelist with me. Then you'll play a competitive game. If you want to play a fun game, play Pokemon, because it's not hyper competitive no matter what you think. Leagues are the most competitive format, in my opinion, but it's still not the most competitive format of any game. I'm going to get out of here, though. If you guys enjoyed this video, please show some shade. Left that thumbs up down below. We'll be back tomorrow for that game. And then I believe we have 3 more weeks left in this season. I think. I could be wrong. Double check. I love you guys so much. I'm going to get the heck out of here. Have yourselves a good day. But above all else, keep it shady.